just then. Hello.
Hello.
We're back.
There we are. And she just died, so we're back at 4 lives again.
You missed nothing.
No, you missed absolutely nothing.
I drank tea. You drink tea.
Of course. I'm not afraid of drinking tea.
And this song is far too awesome.
To be honest though, I'm not afraid of drinking caffeine on only 5 hours of sleep, so.
What's average?
Average is 8. I've never gotten 8 hours of sleep in my entire life, but there you go.
I can't hit him, he can't hit me.
Haha! But still, point still stands. I have actually never had 8 hours of sleep. When I was studying psychology, they were like, oh, an average adult should have 8 hours of sleep. Somebody your age, because I was 15 at the time, somebody of your age should have 7 to 8 hours of sleep. And I was sat there and I was literally just running on 2 hours. I'd only slept for 2 hours that day. And this is better than running on 0 hours of sleep like I have been considering recently.
No.
Just run on caffeine for the whole day.
No.
I do that actually a lot.
No. Don't run on nothing. At least I kind of know what I'm doing now.
Roughly.
This is the thing, you need to get like a feel for the stage.
Before you even start trying to do it seriously. So basically, essentially what you're doing is you're pressing around until you get a feel for the stage and then you do it seriously.
Pretty much. I mean, that's not how I played through Rondo of Blood. I Rondo of Blood, I just went. I don't even know how to complete that game. I've done it twice.
Because you're a strange person.
I just did that, no damage. Boom. I'm gonna get hit now.
Try again.
What says Simon? No, I do forget that this one is actually Simon.
Why?
Because it's super Castle. It's easy to
Simon.
It's easy to forget that he is the same Simon that did that obviously did the first game. But the way how this game portrays, if you read the intro of the game, it states that Dracula's back again. Isn't it? How freaking dare!
Let me see if I can find the text version of the intro, and I can read it to you.
I'm doing so well. Oh, excuse me.
Ignore the wind.
Power of the wind.
The power of... I'm not going to finish that statement.
Power of the wind making a can.
Yeah, there you go. This is the full introduction, start to finish. Are you ready?
Go for it.
Calm reigns in the cemetery. Night falls, the sky darkens. The storm begins to growl and we see clouds in the dark night. Suddenly, lightning falls on a grave and lets out a bat that disappears in a halo of light. That's literally the description of what happens at the beginning of the intro. Every 100 years, the forces of good mysteriously start to weaken. Thus, the power of Dracula starts to revive itself. When we originally read this, we read it as darkness. His power grows stronger and stronger every 100 years. Dracula has been revived many times. However, his sinister actions have been consistently thwarted by the Belmont family. It's been 100 years since the last confrontation between Dracula and the Belmont family. But now the serenity of Transylvania is being threatened by destructive forces. On a dark and eerie night, Dracula rose from his grave to unleash his destructive power over the countryside. Why the countryside? What is it with people and destroying the country? Anyway.
That's what Mum wants to do.
Once again, Simon Belmont is called upon to destroy Dracula. With only his wit and courage, he sets out to restore peace to Transylvania.
See that bit there?
Once again.
Once again.
So this is the same Simon from the first game. Downside is that if you actually play the second game, then Simon's cursed. Simon has a curse. It's raining!
Oh.
is England. I love it how shocked I am whenever it starts raining. I'm always like, oh, it's raining? Seriously, it's raining? It was sunny like an hour ago. Why is it raining? And then I suddenly remember that I live in England. By far the rainiest place on earth. At least that's what everyone says. Whether or not it actually is.
No, Seattle rivals it apparently.
Does it?
Yeah. It's just as much rain as we do in a month.
Wow.
Yeah. Because every time we watch an episode of Grey's Anatomy and they're outside, it's always raining.
Everywhere gets rain though.
So yeah, so it's like, this is technically the third game. How come they've just said it was a remake like what Castlevania Chronicles is? Castle Chronicles is, it's a remake of the first game.
Well, technically this is a remake of the second game, but more in the style of the first game.
I think so.
That's what I think.
I don't really know what this game's supposed to be. I don't know. Is this what they wanted the first game, the second game to be?
Yeah, but if they wanted the second game to be this, then they would have just made it that, rather than making it a Metroidvania style game.
No, they wanted to do something different. Nintendo did the same with Mario and Zelda.
Both Zelda and Castlevania are set in a similar sort of style. They're kind of RPG based. If that makes sense.
Oh my god. Okay, the game just took a whole 10 seconds off me. I had 500 seconds and then the game's like, you had 82. Excuse me. I can't help that I did it faster than what the game wanted me to.
There we go. Okay, so basically, back to the whole thing about rain. So London, as a whole, has a reputation for raining a lot. Seattle has more. Quite a lot more in fact, beating London's average rainfall of 23 inches by a substantial amount. Seattle has 38 inches. But Seattle does see far more hours of sunshine despite having higher rainfall. So basically when it rains in Seattle, it rains heavier but for less time. Whereas in England, well in London anyway, it rains for a lot longer but it doesn't rain that heavy.
Well yeah, it stopped raining now.
Exactly, it rained for like a minute.
It's fancy to rain.
Exactly. And there you go, that's literally what it is. So, if you live in Seattle, just imagine that, but every single time that you have sun, imagine that the sun is mostly dark clouds and then you're living in England, pretty much.
Yeah.
That is literally what it's like living in England. It's not that bad, I like it. I don't like the sun that much, so it doesn't really bother me. But if you don't like much rain, douche, then you're not gonna like it. He was gonna die.
He was gonna jump.
He was gonna jump.
So I'm going after you. You're not dead yet, no.
He was gonna go after you to make sure that you were definitely dead.
Oh yeah. I just realised that guy with the whip.
The whip skelly.
Yeah, the whip skelly man. He will be whipping with another skelly man's spinal cord.
The spine, not the spinal cord.
Well, the spinal cord would be intact.
Yeah, it would, because the spinal cord is the part that actually holds the entire spine together. The spinal cord is essentially... The best way to describe it is, you have the cord. Imagine that the spinal cord, well, the whole spine, is like a wire. It's like a wire. So the spinal cord is the metal piece inside of it, and then the bone that surrounds it is the insulation wire. That's the easy way to describe it.
Haha, let's stop sounding.
Haha!
I am brilliant.
You are brilliant. Sometimes, every once in a while.
Oh, they're both gone.
Oh, I thought there was only one.
There's two for some reason.
Quite simple. He jumped off, despawned, and then respawned when the camera went back into the spawning section.
You know what you should Google?
Yeah?
If this game is a sequel, or is it like a remake? What is this game? Well, that's just stupid.
Game over. Ah, shame. A remake.
Remake of what?
Mhm.
Of what?
The original game.
Then why does it say he keeps
Wait. Okay, so although Super Castlevania 4 is considered a remake of the original Castlevania, in the Japanese Castlevania timeline by current director Koji Igarashi, Konami USA has not reflected it, and it has remained a canon sequel to Simon's Quest according to Konami USA up until it was removed with the release of the recent. Darn it! I hate it when Google just cuts it off.
Yeah.
See if I can find it. Ah, where is it? Where's it gone? I've lost it.
When you find it.
Well, I do find it. The recent release of something.
Release of something.
Yeah. Design, music.
Music's amazing. Like every Castlevania game. Every song is a block. I can't think of one song that's not a block.
The answer is I can't find it. Basically, it was supposed to be a remake. And it was removed at some point.
What, from the timeline?
Yeah, from the official timeline. So it was originally a sequel. Anyway, on a different note, here's something that's really interesting. This is the Japanese translation from the manual of this game, of the intro. Ready?
Yeah.
During the Middle Ages in Europe, there was once a peaceful small country named Transylvania. A country associated with the legend of Dracula. Once every 100 years, there comes a time when the power of good is weakened, and men with evil in their hearts pray for the resurrection of the Prince of Darkness. And with each resurrection, his evil power grows stronger. In the past, he has taken several forms in this world with each resurrection. However, when the entire world is covered by many dark clouds and the Demon King rules the dark evening, the Belmont clan has always come forth to oppose him. The Belmonts had always defeated Dracula in duels to the death, banishing him from the living world for another 100 years. When those years were over, prosperity will once again be covered by shadows. Transylvania suffers a continuous disaster. One day, a village is shrouded by a dark thunderstorm, and a stroke of lightning quickly silences the town. In that very instant, the dark powers there brought back the powerful Prince of Darkness, along with him a powerful demon army. To help solve this crisis, Simon, the young heir of the Belmont clan, has vowed to liberate the mortal world. Although overwhelmed by the task set before him, Simon nevertheless arms himself with a whip containing mysterious powers inherited from his ancestors, and sets out for the Devil's Castle.
How did you do? That's just like...
Yep, so essentially, the Japanese version is a remake of the original game, so the first game, whereas the American version, it is a sequel.
It's a sequel of me falling down.
Yep. So, basically, this version is a sequel to the second game, but the Japanese version is a remake of the first game, because they mistranslated the intro.
Sweet. You have to find that so people can see it.
It's on the Wikipedia. I'll just screenshot it.
Yeah, screenshot it. People can see it. I mean, it's just me dying.
That's true.
So it is a remake then. It's very confusing.
Yep.
Well, it's not a very good remake, it's completely different. It's like a completely different game. You can't have a remake and then make it completely different.
That's what makes it a remake and not a port.
No, but I mean, like, there's got to be something in there that's from the original game. The only thing that's in it that was in the original game is the fact that Dracula and Death are bosses. That's it.
That's true.
Not even the first boss is the same. Nothing is the same. And not to mention, then all the music would be remixed from the first game. The only song that's from the first game is Vampire Killer, which appears later on.
1691. Yeah, that is the date of the first game. Set in 1691.
1691?
Yeah.
But yeah, first game. Then the second
Screenshot.
game is.
Okay, just a word of warning. There's like gonna be 3 screenshots because this is really long.
It's fine, I'll it.
Okay, there you go. I could just crop it.
It's fine, don't worry about it.
Okay.
I'll sort it.
If she doesn't crop out the battery, I'm sorry that my phone is dying when I was taking that. It's a 43%.
Hey!
Not exactly remotely dying.
He lived!
Personally.
See, if I did that, I'd die.
Congratulations, you survived.
See? I die. He lives. What is up with that? I'm gonna say I die some more.
He's just a special skeleton.
Oh. I'm gonna say die some more.
He's just a special boy.
Stop it. Poor Simon. I'm very good at torturing him. Poor guy.
Mm-hmm.
Then why is he in a gladiator freaking costume then?
I don't know.
Look at the box art. He's in a gladiator outfit.
I don't know. If I say that I don't know, then I don't know. Okay?
No, but still. Why is he in a gladiator outfit?
Because he wants to be.
I always thought that. I was like, why is he in a gladiator outfit? I always thought it was weird as a kid. Like, why gladiator?
They just fancied it. They wanted Simon to wear something different, so they picked something that was
Bear in mind,
totally
we
out
had
of the
like
ordinary.
2 Castlevania games when we were kids. This one and then 64.
Well, Legacy of Darkness.
So that's the same game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, yeah, for starters, you can play 64 on Legacy.
It's so much better.
Yes.
Yeah, literally the only difference is that they added a single level at the beginning of the 64, which is the lake level.
Yeah.
Because in the original game, you start from what in Legacy of Darkness is level 2, the Forest of Silence, and in Legacy of Darkness, you start in
Need that
the
jump.
Foggy Lake.
Indeed. I should have made that jump.
Well, collision detection.
That's it.
Everyone has a love-hate relationship with collision detection.
I hate it. 'Cause it's bull.
Yeah, but sometimes bad collision detection can result in you surviving a jump that you should have died to. As annoying as bad collision detection is, it happens. And if you do survive a jump that you should have died at, then it's not that bad.
True.
I just realised it's nearly 3 o'clock.
Is it?
Yeah, it's 14:07.
Don't quote the time. What is being recorded at and stuff.
What?
We don't know what time.
Yes, and if you really want to, you could always just blip that out.
I made it.
Congratulations! It doesn't really matter. I mean, chances are nobody's actually going to do it, and they already know that we live in England. Don't know where, but they know that we live in England. Somewhere.
The accent said it all.
Thanks.
Yes.
Hey, checkpoint. You could have taken him out
That's what I was trying to do.
whilst he was in the air.
Yeah, I hit him.
Once. Not
Yeah.
the 3 times that was required in order to take him down.
We just stop popping bones against it.
He likes chucking bones.
Bones. Bones, 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 bones.
Oops. I'm sorry. I'm really, really, really sorry.
Oh my god. I
Well,
hate Medusa heads, man.
everyone hates Medusa heads. If nobody hates them, then why would they keep an eye on them in so many different games?
Yeah, so many people hate them. Why do they buy them in?
I think it's the same thing with Tingle.
Ting?
You know,
What's Tingle after this?
well, nobody likes Tingle.
Some people like Tingle, and the developers like Tingle. I don't add in.
I was reading a ZeldaDungeon.net walkthrough once for Zelda. I can't remember which Zelda game it was, but it said, and you will meet Tingle. And then in brackets it said, seriously, why did Nintendo keep on adding him into these games?
Wind Waker.
No!
That's the Wind Waker walkthrough.
No, it was Majora's Mask.
It says in the Wind Waker walkthrough too.
I know.
I was following it for Wind Waker.
I wasn't. I didn't follow a walkthrough for Wind Waker.
I didn't love that.
I didn't. I literally didn't follow a walkthrough until I finished nearly all of the bosses.
Yeah, it was a Zelda Dungeon walkthrough.
Mm.
They're amazing, by the way, them people on Zelda Dungeons. They're awesome.
They are amazing. That makes you wonder whether or not, like, the people who write
There's 3 of them!
throughs are volunteers or not. And it's raining again.
Rain.
How many times is that? Like twice in an hour?
Just decided I wanted to rain.
It's even worse because we got the windows open, so you can hear it.
Yeah, we can hear it. The thingy opened up there.
I don't know. We'd have to wait and see. It's giant rusted gear.
He is, yes.
It could be a she gear.
And
You should have stayed on there. You idiot.
I should have.
Gosh.
I don't want to die again.
Alright,
Ow, sir.
then do it.
No, sir,
Just
stop it.
Just
away.
just jump off. There you go, jumping off has been successfully achieved.
Alright, see you
Alright.
guys.